Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jason with Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Cabanga. Cabanga is a game published by Amigo, designed by Michael Modler. Plays 3 to 6 players, ages 8 plus, in about 20 minutes, and all that is accurate. The theme, there is no theme. It has pictures. There you go, there are the pictures. But effectively, this is a card shedding game where players are trying to get rid of their cards. But the interesting thing on this is there's 4 different colors of cards that you can play. There's 4 different areas down on the board, on the play area. And on each side of the color mask, like this, there's 2 numbers. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to play a number to that certain area to have the smallest interval as possible so people can't discard cards from their hand that fall in between the number that you played and what's already there. So if there's a 12 on the board and I play a 15 on the other side, 13 or 14, if somebody has those numbers of those colors in their hands, they can discard it, say Cabanga, and I have to draw a card. They're getting rid of cards and I'm getting more. So the goal is to play as close as you can to not let people Cabanga you. That's it. So if you want to see how that works, you can click the link in the video description and I'll play through, I think, a whole round of it, which means someone runs out of cards. If you don't care about that, stick around here and look at the components. All right, so let's take a look at the components of Cabanga. So they all come in this little box here. It's an Amigo game, so it doesn't have the greatest box in the world, but there you go. It's small, fits in your shelf. Has this rule book that's really simple. It's like 2 pages, front and back. I mean, the game's pretty easy. The rule book's good. Now, and the rest of it's just cards. And the cards are 4 different colors. They don't have different icons on the back, I don't believe. Maybe for color blindness, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But I believe they're linen finish. Yes, you can see it in there. The back is really cool too. These surfboards or masks or whatever, I think they're masks. They look really slick as well. They're double-sided, so you know that they always stay out. The gray cards, you know, they're gray. The components are fine. They're nice quality cards. You shuffle them a lot. There's a decent amount of them all right there. So I have no issues with the components. So the components are pretty good. So that's the components for Cabanga. Let's go up to the top and see what we think about the game. All right, so Cabanga is a card game from Amigo that has no theme. We talked about that earlier. But this is really interesting. So Amigo does a bunch of funky card games that feel familiar but also feel pretty different. And that's kind of where this one is. The whole playing cards down on a color, trying to get rid of your cards, been done. But having 2 cards on each, a card on each side of the pile, and you're trying to make intervals of as close as you can or the exact same number so people can't Cabanga you, that's interesting. And the fact that you can't play the same color as the person that goes before you. If you do, you have to draw a card. Sometimes you want to do that because maybe that'll be the perfect card for you. Nobody can Cabanga you, and you're guaranteed to only have to take 1 card instead of possibly taking 6. That kind of thing. This game's fantastic. It shines with more people, actually. It says it plays 3 to 6, but I probably wouldn't play it at less than 4. We played a 3-player game, and with not as many people out or in the game, there are less cards that people have in their hand, and there's less opportunities to hit people with Cabangas to help make them draw cards. We played a full 6-player game, and it was crazy. I think Katie got hit with like a 6-card Cabanga or something. It was awesome. There's just more cards in the game, more opportunities for people to hit you when you're playing an interval. And I think that's where the game shines, is more players, more interaction, more people nailing you, making you draw cards. So I'm going to give this a BGG Mix Up to Seal. This is going to get an 8 out of 10 on BGG at 4 or higher. At 3, I'd probably give it a 6.5 or 7. But at 4 or higher, 8 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5 wrenches on arbitrary wrench scale. It means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games we enjoy. And that's what we want to do. So that is Cabanga from Amigo. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics. And as always, keep gaming.